Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to talk about some of the important questions that are relevant to somebody who is on adjustment of status process. I'm also going to cover some other relevant topics. So if you're interested in this topic, watch this video until the end and let's get started. If you're here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration related videos for US and Canada. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this video or on my channel is for information purpose only. And for your specific immigration needs, you should hire a competent immigration lawyer. Now today is Akshat Tritiya as per the Hindu calendar. So if you want to start some good work, today might be the day to start it. It is said that anything that you start in the good faith or in the good terms will continue to enhance from this day onwards. So consider taking up some new activities such as exercise, such as new routine or something that will help in your career. I'm actually making this video also for that same reason. If you can't think of anything, here's a suggestion. I have started a fundraiser on my channel. In some of the videos, just below the videos or on the right hand side, you might see a fundraiser link. This is to support underprivileged children in India to get some education. So if you feel like donating to this cause, feel free to make a donation. Now nothing comes to me, everything goes directly to the organization, and that's how the money is used. Also, Eid Mubarak to anybody celebrating Eid, that was yesterday. And happy spring to everybody, because here in North America it is springtime and flowers are blooming and everything looks just perfect, waiting for the summer. And here's another tip, if nothing comes to your mind to start on this auspicious day, you can at least like and comment or subscribe to my channel. That would be wonderful. Now some of you have asked me to cover a scenario where people are starting to downgrade their petitions from EB2 to EB3. Now a lot of people have seen their dates become current in the filing dates chart last year through October through December, although the chart that is being used currently is final action date chart, and that will continue to be used until September of 2021. So some people have chosen to downgrade their petition. What it means is, if they were already on EB2 and approved EB2, they would still not have probably their date current. And in that scenario, if their EB3 date is current, they consider downgrading their petition in the sense that they file for another EB3 application or I-140 to take advantage of the faster dates. So in this scenario, what has happened, a lot of people have submitted this EB3 downgrade petition. Now what has happened is, most of them have got their receipt numbers and biometric appointments, and nothing has happened after that. So a lot of people are still waiting for their green card EAD based on this application. Now some of them have also filed concurrent application, which means 140, 485 and EAD application. This downgrade is 140 EB3. But their 140 has not been approved if it was not filed in premium. Now expect that it takes around 7 to 8 months for an 140 to process within the standard time frame. So if you think that you cannot wait and you need to change a job, you should consider upgrading your petition to premium. Now why is your EAD not coming? Now EAD typically does not have to wait until your 140 is approved. At least that's what I have seen. In the concurrent filing situation, your processing continues until biometrics, and even in some instances you may also get an EAD. What does not start is 485 processing. Until your 140 is approved, 485 processing, which is adjustment of status, will not be done. So, but on the other side, your biometrics and EAD can still continue to be processed. So hope that makes sense. So if you are in a hurry, consider upgrading your application for I-140. Now here's the tricky part. Somebody said that if they are still waiting for their I-140 approval and they have their 485 and EAD in progress. Now what happens in the date retrogresses for I-485 and then your I-140 gets approved? Nothing happens. Basically what it means is your I-485 will still continue on its path, but you will even go to their file and interview, but you may not be processed or you may not have a visa number available until your priority date becomes current again. That's all it is. Your I-140, even if the date retrogresses after you apply, you will still be able to continue working on your pending adjustment of status. Now somebody asks, what is the status of consulates for people waiting for their interview, such as on visitors visa and things like that. Now you may have noticed since last week the government has banned visitors and some entries from India and some other countries. So that ban continues to stay in effect until 30 days, at which point they will revisit the ban. Now in the meantime, I have not heard that the consulates have stopped processing their interviews. The interviews at consulates will continue to happen as long as they are processing your application. So if you have an interview date, I don't see why they won't allow that interview to happen. That will continue to happen. Now here is one other thing that a lot of people are impacted by. EAD is taking a long time to be processed. So if you have an EAD, if it's a green card EAD and if it's about to expire, you must have already applied for a renewal application, which is to be submitted 6 months prior to expiry. Now specifically for the green card category EAD, which is C9, you have an allowance of continuing the work in between these applications. So say for instance your EAD is set to expire, and if you have already applied for your extension of EAD or renewal of EAD prior to the expiry, you can continue to work for 180 days until your new EAD comes in. So even if your new EAD does not come in the next day of your expiry, you can still continue to work, so you don't lose your job. You can continue to do so for 6 months or 180 days to be precise until your new EAD comes in. But if 180 days have passed and still your EAD hasn't come, then you got to work with a lawyer to expedite your application. Things are different for H4 EAD. Now I'd also like to say that not many policies have changed for EB category of visa, unfortunately, under the new administration. There were a lot of expectations that coming into the new administration that they will kind of relax some rules and kind of revamp the immigration for EB category. Nothing so far has happened. Their main focus is DACA and undocumented immigrants. They have that big immigration bill that is still not become into a law, which will convert a lot, which will provide a pathway of citizenship to a lot of undocumented immigrants. But that's what the new administration's focus has been. Nothing concrete has happened for the EB category, but as the news come in, I will be sure to make a video to update you guys about it. So stay tuned to my channel. Lastly, the visa bulletin has not been published yet. I just saw it on the website and it still does not show the June visa bulletin. So we have been seeing the visa bulletin come in anywhere around 20th of the month. There was 1 month, I think April, where it came on the 8th or 10th day of the month, but now it has gone back to getting published around 20th of the month. So expect to see the visa bulletin by mid to late next week, and I'll be sure to make a video on visa bulletin as well. And as usual, Charlie might also come for an interview right 2 days after the visa bulletin is published, and I'll be sure to make an analysis video on that as well for people who are interested to watch that. So that's all I really wanted to say on this video. If you have any other topic in mind, drop in the comment section, or if you have any important questions that you would like me to answer, feel free to drop that in the comment section and I will be sure to make a video. As a reminder, I have the fundraiser going on for children's education in India, and if you feel like you would like to contribute to it, please feel free to do so. And with that said, if you found value in this video, like this video, share it, and I'll see you in the next one.